Alright, okay, I'm about to make this video response. Now listen, I'll keep this in mind. I'm not trying to make any enemies, but I'm here to correct a few pointers. Now here, number one, I'm here to apologize for every to this YouTube user here. I don't remember his name, but I'm here to apologize to him for every annoying anime fanboy that he gets. Now the thing is that this is my minor. I'm doing anime. I know to speak Japanese very fluently. I actually talked to real Japanese sources, and these are where my sources coming from Shonen Jump and New Type, and also from New Type USA and from Shojin. I also go to anime debates. Now let me tell you the whole reason why I like anime. Because A, it's a good story, B, it has good artwork, and C, in England we also have this thing called Japanorama that you can also watch. And I'm here to make this video quick because I have to leave to go do some afternoon things. Number one, anime is not a cartoon. First, anime comes from an influence. The Japanese use anime for the purpose of bringing to life of anything, because first anime comes from manga, and then no, first, oh no, sorry. The step of it first comes from influence, then it comes from manga, and then before they had the animation, they had to come from influence from live action. And what happened is that with the live action, like for example, like Blood Snow Samurai and Long Wolf, and Kill Bill 2, a lot of influence came from those two live action anime. Now, if you say anime is a cartoon, that's an opinion, and I'm not going to argue with that, because the thing is, it's kind of like anime versus cartoon. It's kind of like apple versus orange. And actually, to be honest with you, anime is for all ages, but there's a borderline between the more mature audience. Because even in Lilicon anime, you have some inappropriate things, but it's for children, because anime, like I said, comes from influence of real life. So there's no roguish false information in there. Some stuff might be a little bit exaggerated. You have to understand anime character a lot better. Now remember, keep this in mind. I'm apologizing to every person who had to go through annoying anime fan people. Now I'm not calling them, but I'm just saying. But if any anime fan people will watch this, well, the thing is that anime is not cartoons. It's because anime is manga, live action, video games, and it's also animation. Comparing anime to a cartoon is like calling the apple or orange. Most people will say different opinion, but in fact, anime is not considered as a cartoon. And no, I did not get my information from Wikipedia. I got it from reliable sources of New Type, Shonen, and Shojin anime. Not only that, but my profile says I'm studying software engineering, and my minor is a media arts student. So I had to take an art appreciation class. And when you take art appreciation, or you take any art class, the first thing they will tell you is the difference between art. They'll tell you the difference between art, illustrations, and then 3D animation or graphic designing. Like, I would give you an example. Like, if I draw SpongeBob, that'd be an illustration or a cartoon. But if I draw an anime and I draw a live portrait of somebody and I turn it into a cartoon, yes, it could be a cartoon. But what's happening if I draw a live? What's happening if Leonardo da Vinci drew a picture of somebody and turned it into a show? It would not be a cartoon, because it has like live portraits, because anime comes from influence. But your video is still good. I'm not trying to make any enemies. I'm just correcting. I'm just correcting a few pointers, because the thing is that if you call anime a cartoon, it kind of offend people, because that's not all anime is. Anime is so much more. And you have to be careful when you criticize anime, is because you have to understand the commitment that goes behind this work. You must first comprehend that. And I'm not blasting anybody. I'm just trying to help and educate you, because the thing is, as me being working with anime, a lot of people also been having problems. Like, there's one guy who teaches Japanese on YouTube. He's one of my friends on here. And one of his biggest issues is that people will go take a Japanese class for like a week, quit, and go watch. They'll take it like for a week or even less, and then quit and try to watch anime without subtitles. But I'm not trying to rant you. I'm just trying to educate you a little bit. And and if you want to know where my sources, I told you it's from New Type USA, Shonen, and Shojin are all of my sources. And you can go to Japanorama and find out how Bujinkan actually really work. And if you want to know more information about anime, you can just watch anime yourself. Like I got one DVD called Genshinken. It's a very brilliant and very beautiful anime, and it explains it much better because anime is nothing but influence. But it's good stuff. But and not only that, but yes, little kids can. Excuse me. Little kids can comprehend anime because like my first anime when I was coming in was Street Fighter and another thing you do not want to call anime a cartoon is because if you call anime a cartoon, people will get confused, or they will make fun of a person who watches they make fun of that person who watches anime and say, oh, aren't you a little bit too old to be watching cartoons? So you have to keep that in mind. And then if you say, oh, if people can't handle an opinion, then that should go. But be considerate to people's lifestyle. A lot of people watch anime because A, it's a good story and people can relate to it. Like a lot of people will rant Naruto. A lot of people don't know what Naruto is really about. Of course, a lot of stuff in there is crappy, but the moral of Naruto is that hard work beats genius. When you laugh at Naruto, then you pretty much laughing at somebody's life that going through something. Like for example, like American comic books, like with Marvel. Like if you're homosexual, you can relate to Marvel. If you're African American or if you're white American and you're going through some crisis, you can relate to Marvel comic books. That's the reason why I choose Marvel over DC any day. But remember, remember, you have to be careful when you call an anime a cartoon, because you have to be considerate for that other person. Maybe they might be an anime otaku, but that doesn't give you anybody the right to make fun of them. It's because an otaku, they're just committed to what they do, and you have to think about it. Their culture is slowly being destroyed away. Like for you, for example, you look like a pretty handsome guy. I'm not gay. I'm not trying to hit on you or anything, but you like a pretty handsome guy. You're very sociable. But for the ones that are not sociable, please don't make it hard for them. That's what I'm just saying. For anime people, it's just best to just be humble and just keep your peace around them, because I have to too. Because the whole reason why I learned Japanese, because they kind of say their cultures and ways, traditions kind of saved my life. And anime, I can relate to anime a lot more. Although I sound like a little whiny crybaby plant, but anyway, but I really like the anime culture, and samurais and ninjas, and another reason why I like to study Japanese culture is because of the history and the commitment that they do, because I'm considered a bit of a nerd as well. But the reason why I love Japan so much and the anime culture is because it teaches commitment. So I'm not trying to rant or diss on anybody, and anybody want to save my information wrong, please leave comments, do whatever. But I'm sorry, I'm getting mine from a reliable source, and the only reason why I read Wikipedia is to try to see what type of change they made, so I can also correct them too. But if you have any more anime questions, or if you're dealing with any anime fanboys, I will handle it. But please just be considerate and help them out. Thanks. Tschüss.